Hey, thanks for coming. I'm going to tell you a fictional story. I'm sorry, I'm laughing a little bit. Okay, fictional story. The further adventures of Krishna, Balaram, the Pandavas, and the Kuruvas. As usual, the Kuruvas are in a little bit of a mix. They sort of got their knickers in a twist. The friend of the Kuruvas, Karna, decided after he was Judas and committed suicide, reincarnated a little bit later in the 12th century as the first Dalai Lama. And one of the things that he decided to do was to have more control over his future lives. So he consulted the reincarnation of Bhima, who was a Tibetan Buddhist at the time, and in consultation with him and with Vijay, one of the gatekeepers, whose third lifetime as a bad guy was one of the Kuruva brothers. It was then, after that consultation, that he decided that he was going to reincarnate and continue as a reincarnation of the same being that he was before. So he evolved this whole system of reincarnation one after another. And he did this in conjunction with the reincarnation of Yogananda, who was subsequently recognized as a Pachalama. You have to imagine that this story is told to another fictional character named Alberta. Very funny. Alberta is the reincarnation of Sukuni. He was the brother-in-law of the Kuruva king, who was married to Gandhari. So he was the brother of Gandhari. Now, the Dalai Lama, who is the reincarnation of Karna, decided he didn't like being in the position of being the Dalai Lama. There's an old saying that knowledge is power, but wisdom is freedom. The Dalai Lama had power. He could see the future. He could manipulate karma. But he thought he knew it all. But what he didn't know is the power trapped in a life in which he was not happy. And if you were to ask the Dalai Lama, the real Dalai Lama, he would tell you, as he told me, that he did terrible things in order to preserve that position. And his friend, the Panchen Lama, helped him. When he was the 13th Dalai Lama, he decided that he wanted to escape. Of course, this is all a fictional story now, you know. So, when his uncle became aware of the issue that the Dalai Lama didn't want to continue, he'd always wanted to have the recognition and the rewards of being the Dalai Lama. So he approached the Dalai Lama and he said, "Wow, if you don't want it, why don't you let me have it?" The Dalai Lama initially resisted. He said, "Well," in his mind, I'm sure he said, you in no way can be the Dalai Lama. It would really be like, for you, grabbing hold of the tail of the tiger." But then he thought, after a little bit of time, this is my way out. Because I've created a system to find the reincarnation of me. And if I just die and don't say where I'm going to be reborn, they'll come looking for me. So let me agree to that. And coincidentally, there was a plot launched to have the Dalai Lama get poisoned. The Dalai Lama knew about it. Let it go on because he knew at any moment he could step in and change it. But one of the things he realized was, oh, if I get poisoned, and it just so happened, after he came to that conclusion, his uncle died. The one that wanted to be the Dalai Lama. So here was a perfect opportunity. All I need to do is make sure I give the signs of where I'm going to be reborn. And he involved his friend, the Panchen Lama. And the Panchen Lama said, "Okay, I'll cover for you because I want out of this too." Okay, so that's what happened. The Dalai Lama was poisoned. They looked for him through the intercession of the Panchen Lama behind the scenes. So, remember, this is all fictional now. So Alberta, who's the reincarnation of Sukuni, becomes aware somehow that the Dalai Lama has reincarnated. Of course, Alberta doesn't believe in reincarnation. This is very funny. The schemer comes in contact with the reincarnation of the blind king. And the blind king has as his son the reincarnation of Duryodhana, the guy that always listens to Sukuni. So somehow, if you can just manage to hang on until Duryodhana is cured. This is a Panchen Lama now. The Panchen Lama has been reborn as the son of the blind king. But only he's now an autistic child. Karna, who is the 13th Dalai Lama, has reincarnated. But now, because of the unintended consequences of choosing the use of power over wisdom, remember, knowledge is power, wisdom is freedom. He's not free like he thought he was going to be. He now has an addictive personality. And not only that, but the universe has conspired to make him ill. The Panchen Lama that helped his friend had unintended consequences too. He's now an autistic child. He's trying to hide from his karma. But that's not working either. So now, my suggestion is to Alberta, who is the reincarnation of Sukuni, who doesn't believe in reincarnation, should make the offer to heal the Panchen Lama. Why should he do that? Because help is on the way. The reincarnation of one of the Kuruvas brothers is going to come and invoke healing principles in the Panchen Lama. And Karna, who wants nothing to do with religion, having had very bad experiences, refuses even to consider being healed. The inner argument that's going on, I'm sure, is if I get healed, I'll have to accept the position of the Dalai Lama again. That's not really necessary, but that's what he thinks. What he really wants is freedom. What he needs to get is wisdom. So Alberta is not really going to succeed. He won't even make the try. But what he can say is, oh, when the Kuruva brother comes, I will delay the healing. This is all fiction. Karna, because he made the promise to do a yoga so long ago, I will do whatever it takes to help you, even if it means my death. He did that once, he'll do it again. The reason I made up this fictional story is to stir the pot. The modern day version of Armageddon is coming. And the events that come are part of the spear that is talked about in Revolution, the lightning across the sky. Lightning cannot be hidden. It's seen from every direction. The thunder that comes from it is heard everywhere. One of the reasons this video was made is so the blind king can hear. The reason that Krishna and Rama came was for the answer the universe gave to the earth who asked for the destruction or the relief of the overpopulation. So this fictional story, is meant to help you realize we are in that time again. Sometimes fiction is stranger than truth. Thank you.